The quotation "all men are created equal" has been called an immortal declaration, and perhaps, the single phrase of the American Revolutionary period with the greatest continuing importance. Thomas Jefferson first used the phrase in the U.S. Declaration of Independence. It was thereafter quoted or incorporated into speeches by a wide array of substantial figures in American political and social life in the United States. The final form of the phrase was stylized by Benjamin Franklin. Origin of Jefferson's use of the phrase: Thomas Jefferson, at the age of 33, may have also borrowed the expression from an Italian friend and neighbor, Philip Mazzù, as noted by Joint Resolution 175 of the 103rd Congress, as well as by John F. Kennedy in A Nation of Immigrants. In 1776, the Second Continental Congress asked Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Robert Livingston, and Roger Sherman to write the Declaration of Independence. The 5 men voted to have Thomas Jefferson write the document. After Jefferson finished, he gave the document to Franklin to proof. Franklin suggested minor changes, but one of them stands out far more than the others. Jefferson had written, "We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable." Franklin changed it to, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." The opening of the United States Declaration of Independence states as follows: "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed." The Virginia Declaration of Rights, authored by George Mason and approved by the Virginia Convention on June 12, 1776, contains the wording, "All men are by nature equally free and independent, and have certain inherent rights of which they cannot deprive or divest their posterity. Namely, the enjoyment of life and liberty, with the means of acquiring and possessing property, and pursuing and obtaining happiness and safety." The Massachusetts Constitution, chiefly authored by John Adams in 1780, contains in its Declaration of Rights the wording, Article I. All men are born free and equal, and have certain natural, essential, and unalienable rights, among which may be reckoned the right of enjoying and defending their lives and liberties, that of acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, in fine, that of seeking and obtaining their safety and happiness. The plaintiffs in the cases of Brum and Bett v. John Ashley and Commonwealth v. Nathaniel Jennison argued that this provision abolished slavery in Massachusetts. The latter case resulted in a sweeping declaration that the institution of slavery was incompatible with the principles of liberty and legal equality articulated in the new Massachusetts Constitution. The phrase has since been considered a hallmark statement in democratic constitutions and similar human rights instruments, many of which have adopted the phrase or variants thereof. Legacy: The Vietnamese Proclamation of Independence, written in 1945, uses the phrase "all men are created equal," and mentions the U.S. Declaration of Independence in it as well. The Rhodesian Declaration of Independence, ratified in November 1965, is based on the American one. However, it omits the phrase "all men are created equal," along with the consent of the governed. See also, Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, Article 1, Men are born and remain free and equal in rights. Social distinctions may be founded only upon the general good. Is aught problem, John Ball, when Adam delved and Eve span, who was then the nobleman? Second-class citizen, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 1, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Equality before the law, references. External links, letter addressed to the Commonalty of Scotland by John Knox, 1558, possibly the earliest historical occurrence of the phrase "all men are equal."